2024 is shaping up to be an incredible year for us theatre enthusiasts, especially in London's West End. There are so many amazing shows on the horizon right now, and I am beyond excited to dive into what's in store. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 5 most anticipated shows of 2024, and I am so excited to jump into this video. But before we do, if you're new around here, then a big hello from me. I'm Sam, and on this channel, you're going to find a mixture of Disney, theatre, travel, and lifestyle content. If that sounds like your cup of tea, I'd absolutely love it if you went and hit that subscribe button and joined our little family, because it would mean the world to me. But without further ado, let's go and crack on with the top 5 most anticipated shows for 2024. Let's go. Okay, so let's start by talking about the show which I think us Brits are most excited for, which has to be Hadestown, which is hitting the West End on February the 10th. Now, this is the show that I have been waiting for ages. I've been watching like clips on YouTube and just listening to the soundtrack, and honestly, I'm so excited. I'm so over the moon that it's actually coming here in London. It's going to be playing at the Lyric Theatre, and honestly, it is a dream come true. I honestly can't wait to see it. So, what's actually the deal with Hadestown? Well, picture this. It's a post-apocalyptic twist on the ancient Greek myth of Orpheus and Eurydice, and it's kind of, I guess, it's about love and music and the journey to the underworld in a way that you've never seen it done before. The staging and the set looks incredible, and the cast, it has Grace Hodgett Young as Eurydice, and honestly, she is like a force to be reckoned with. I saw her in Sunset Boulevard, and let me just say, she was so talented, and I cannot wait to see how she brings Eurydice to life on that stage. It's going to be so great. I loved seeing her in Sunset Boulevard. And what I also really like about this production, from what I can kind of gather, is they're able to use their own accents, which is really cool. Which means hopefully we might even get a new cast recording of Hadestown, because obviously they use like American accents in the Broadway version, so it'll be quite interesting to see how it's done on the West End stage and how it sounds with their own accents and things like that. So that's going to be really exciting. So yeah, definitely go, mark your calendars, Saturday the 10th of February, because Hadestown in the West End is just going to be so epic, and I cannot wait. And I know it's going to be one of them shows that I'm just going to want to see over and over and over again, because it's going to be amazing. And people that have gone to Broadway and they've seen it on a Broadway stage, they've just said it's so incredible. So I'm really hoping it lives up to the expectations. I will be seeing it as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully not too long now, but yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be a really good show, and the casting looks amazing. And from the little like clips that I've heard of like them singing, and I know they've performed on telly and things like that, it is going to be a great show, so I cannot wait. Right, moving on to another show that's got me buzzing with excitement this year, and that has to be Standing at the Sky's Edge at the Gillian Lynne Theatre. Now, this one has definitely been on my radar for quite a while, and let me tell you, the anticipation for this one is real, because Standing at the Sky's Edge basically premiered in Sheffield in 2019. It had rave reviews, people loved it. It had a few years at Sheffield, and then now it's gone and finally transferred over to the West End because it was just loved so much. The reviews are insane for this show. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know too much about the show. I don't think it's necessarily a show that I felt like I needed to rush to, but now that I've heard all the amazing reviews, it's one that I'm now definitely interested in. And this year for me, you know, I've seen so many classic shows. You know, I've seen like Les Mis and Phantom and Wicked and all them kind of shows, but this year is, for me, I think, seeing the shows that I think deserve a little bit more love than ones that, you know, they're there and but not the ones that necessarily people rush to, because they're not big names, but I feel like there's definitely going to be one that I want to go and see. But basically, what I do know is that it takes us on a journey through the lives of 3 different families who are residents in Sheffield's Park Hill Flats. And it spans over 6 decades, and it kind of explores like love and loss, and basically the ever-changing, I guess, like cityscape, and how the government changes in them 60 years. And it feels like a very British show. And I just can't wait to experience it firsthand, because it just looks incredible. I've seen so many pictures on like Instagram of the show, and it just looks amazing. And also, it's at the Gillian Lynne Theatre, which is one of my favourite theatres. It's so comfortable, it's so modern. So yeah, it'll be great to be seeing that in that theatre. I love it. So yeah, I definitely think Standing at the Sky's Edge is one that is going to be truly special. So if you want a really good night out, I think this is going to be a show that's going to be incredible. One that's definitely worth going to see. All right, might need to buckle up for the next one because we're about to moonwalk into the next show on my list, which has to be MJ the Musical at Prince Edward Theatre. Now, let's just go and take a moment to appreciate the sheer excitement surrounding this show. It's like all the Broadway buzz has finally made it across the pond, and I'm here for every single moment of it. So mark your calendars because MJ the Musical is hitting the West End stage on March the 7th. And let me tell you, it is about time because this one is all about an ultimate tribute to the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. And I can't wait to see how they bring, you know, the music and the performances to life on stage every single night at the Prince Edward Theatre. It's going to be just amazing. It's going to be a show where, you know, there's going to be singing, there's going to be the electrifying dance numbers to unforgettable Michael Jackson hits. And from what I've just heard, it's one of these shows which is just thrilling and your eyes are hooked to the stage for the whole duration of the show. It goes through Michael Jackson's life in a way that's just never been done before, and it's going to be so great. So I think this is a show, I don't know if you're a Michael Jackson fan or you just like that sort of like Michael Jackson music, whoever you are, you're going to really love this show. It's going to be one that, again, from clips that I've seen, it just looks so amazing, and it's just going to be one that you're going to want to see. So I'm definitely going to be going and getting tickets for this show. I think you should too, because it's going to be insane. It's going to be an amazing show, and I just think the way that it's going to look on stage is just going to be amazing, so I cannot wait for that. Okay, let's go and talk all about Plaza Suite, which is playing at the Savoy Theatre. And guess who's gracing the stage? Well, it's none other than the fabulous Sarah Jessica Parker. And can we just take a moment to appreciate the level of star that we're dealing with here? I think, you know, there's always going to be people who are against big stars, you know, ruling the stage of certain shows, but I think this one is going to work with Sarah Jessica Parker. But Plaza Suite is basically a classic comedy, and it's meant to just be incredible. It's set in the iconic Plaza Hotel in New York City, and the play follows the hilarious and sometimes, I guess, chaotic encounters of guests staying in Suite 719. It's meant to be so funny, and we're going to be in fits of laughter. There's lots of unexpected twists, and it'll be interesting just to see how Sarah Jessica Parker brings her like signature charm to the role, because it's, yeah, you know, she's so capable. She's one of the best actresses out there, so it'll be interesting how she is on stage doing this show. But also, let's go and talk all about the Savoy Theatre, because it is just a beautiful theatre. I think especially for a show like this, it's just had Sunset Boulevard in that show with Nicole Scherzinger, and then now we've got Plaza Suite. So, you know, there's been two good shows at this theatre, but it's just a beautiful theatre. You know, it's right near the Savoy Hotel, so it's amazing. But yeah, all I know is that it's meant to be really funny. You're going to be in fits of laughter. Your ribs are going to hurt where you've laughed so much, apparently. But we'll see about that. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be one of those plays which are going to be just amazing to see, and you're going to kind of want to keep seeing it again, because again, the reviews that I'm hearing, it's meant to be amazing. And I think it's quite nice for the fact that, you know, if you're not a musical fan but you prefer plays, this might be the one for you, especially if you like a comedy. Potentially it's the one for you, but there's quite a lot of plays that are out at the West End. Just have a little look. I always look onto Datix, and you can kind of categorise it with what you want. But yeah, there's a few plays. A lot of them are comedies at the moment are up there, so if you like comedy, you know, the West End is good to be right now. Now, before I go and mention my very last show, which is highly anticipated for 2024, I just wanted to go and kind of give a nod to some of those classic shows which I also would like to go and see again. I've seen, like I said, lots of the classic shows already, but there's just some which, you know, they keep pulling me back in. So this year, I definitely want to go and see Phantom of the Opera. I haven't seen that for 2 years now, but Phantom of the Opera has a great cast at the moment. I'd love to see John Robbins as the Phantom. I still haven't done that, so would need to go back to see Phantom. It's one of them just beautiful shows to go and see. I think my favourite Andrew Lloyd Webber show, so really excited to go and see that at some point again. And they do day seats, so on the website you can go and select day seats. They're really difficult to get, but if you're lucky, it's definitely worth going to see Phantom. You get them for £30. I also, again, as always, would love to go and see Hamilton again at the West End. But also, let's give a nod to the UK tour, which is currently going on. That's currently in Manchester at the moment, but there's a tour that they're doing around UK and Ireland, and I just would love to see this cast. I've heard little things on YouTube of like recordings and that kind of thing, and it just sounds amazing. They seem like a really great cast. So I've seen the West End cast quite a few times now. I would love to go and see the UK tour cast, but it means I'm going to have to go and have a little city break somewhere, but that's absolutely fine by me. But I'd love to go and see Hamilton on tour as well. I'd like to definitely see Wicked again, now that Alexia Kadime and Lucy St. Louis have had their contracts extended for next year. They're just my favourite duo for Glinda and Elphaba, and I would just love to go and see Wicked again because it's just one of those really feel-good shows. It's just so magical, and I love just everything about it, the songs, everything. Wicked is one of my shows which has really grown on me, especially this last year, seeing them two play Elphaba and Glinda, so really want to go and see Wicked again. Also, there was big news a few weeks back of Frozen, unfortunately going and closing, so I'd love to go and see Frozen again, especially to go and see Samantha Barks playing Elsa one last time, because Samantha is just incredible playing that role, so it'll be great to go and see Frozen again. That is just, again, a beautiful show. The sets are amazing. I've seen it quite a few times now, I think three, 4 times. But yeah, I would love to go and see that before it closes. I'm wondering if we're going to get, again, another transfer from Broadway. Hopefully something like Sweeney Todd. I think that would work really well there. Or Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, please come over. I would love to go and see that. I saw it in New York, but I'd love to go and see it in London. Yeah, there's a lot that I'd like there. But there's so many classic shows that I would definitely like to go and definitely see again. And last, but certainly not least, we have The Little Big Things at Soho Place. And this is a show that you definitely don't want to miss because it's closing on March the 2nd, so you've got to act fast and get those tickets right now. But it's based on the Sunday Times best-selling autobiography by Henry Fraser. And it's a new British musical which is making its world premiere, and the songs for this are so good. I've listened to the soundtrack and they are so good. It's like pop. It's just amazing. But Henry Fraser's story is one which is nothing short of inspirational. He was a rugby player, but his life took a dramatic turn in 2009 when he had a diving accident which left him tetraplegic. But here's where the magic happens, because Henry's determination to thrive against all odds led to him basically wheeling himself out of hospital a whole year earlier than predicted. And it's just amazing to hear the story. Obviously, it's a show, but Henry now is an inspirational speaker, a best-selling author, and I've heard the show is definitely one that you need to bring your tissues for, so make sure you don't forget them. But I just think it's going to be one that's going to be great to witness on stage. So if you are ready to be moved, inspired, uplifted, then make sure you go and catch The Little Big Things at Soho Place, because it closes on March the 2nd, and trust me, it's one of these theatrical experiences that you won't want to miss. It just looks amazing. The way that they do the staging is the stage is in the middle, and like you sit around the stage in like a square. Yeah, it honestly sounds incredible, and I really need to go and see it because, again, little clips that I've seen, looks incredible. The reviews are insane, so it'd be wrong for me not to go and see that show. It just has to be done. And there you have it, friends, my top 5 most anticipated shows of 2024. From the iconic tunes of MJ the Musical, the heartfelt stories of Stand at the Sky's Edge and The Little Big Things, Hadestown. Like, honestly, the West End stage right now is buzzing with excitement and talent, and I just cannot wait to experience it all in 2024. But now I want to go and ask you, which shows are you most excited to see this year? Are there any other productions you think I should go and check out? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to go and hit that like button, and also subscribe if you want more Disney, theatre, travel and lifestyle content. It would mean the absolute world to me. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you real soon. Bye, guys.